Hey, stunks only go up. Stunks only go up. Stunks only go up. I mean, that's what they told me, but lately they haven't been going so up. So that's why I YOLO'd my entire life savings into Doge. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the number one crypto, and I didn't do that. I of course didn't do that, ladies and gentlemen. But the title of today in the Making Money Move show with your boy, retired comedian at comedian retired and underscore George ASMR is Doge to the literal moon. So Doge again. What the Dogecoin? What the Dogecoin, ladies and gentlemen? So did you see Elon at Saturday Night Live? Did you see all the sketches? Did you see him mentioning cryptocurrency, explaining to people what it is, talking about Dogecoin multiple times?
Yeah, man. I watched Andre Jake's live stream, and they were watching Saturday Night Live on there. So I just kind of watched along, and they had this guy on there. I think he goes by the DogeCoin Millionaire or Doge the Pro or Pro to Doge, something like that. And that guy literally had like 2 point something $million of Dogecoin, and he's holding on to it apparently. But I did see this.
You are a Dogecoin millionaire too, right?
Nah, bro. Missed out.
I thought you were. You've been holding that more than me.
Yeah, I took my profits, dude, because yeah, I had like at the height of it, when you told me about it originally, I had 10,000 Doge, and I took profits around like 25 or 30 cents. Then I bought back in around 40 or 50 cents. And yeah, then I sold while the SNL was going on, because I had a feeling it was gonna dump. But I don't know. It's back up to like 50 something cents right now. So I don't know. Personally, I think it's still gonna dump a bit. I think it will go up in the long term to like $1 or something, or maybe more. But right now, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be just going to the moon.
I personally, so this is my take on it. So personally, I was just like, okay, what's gonna be first? I had to watch what Elon did. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing is to hear about it, and another thing is to actually watch it.
Yeah.
And based on how everything was orchestrated, meaning Elon for the first time basically mentioned that he has a disability, like he has Asperger's. He brings his real mother and says, and they specifically put, "What are you gonna get me? Don't tell me you're gonna get me Dogecoin." And he's like, "Yes, it is. Yes, it is." And he makes sure that that was there. Then later in like the weekend update, which is like kind of the middle part, he explained what cryptocurrency is and how blockchain is way more. I mean, I won't necessarily call it safer, but just like you can essentially, do things peer to peer instead of having an institutional entity, facilitating that. Because even today, when I went and paid with my card, I'm like, oh, this card is with this bank. So technically, I'm grabbing my money from this bank's purse. It is my money, but it's not in my wallet. It's on this bank's purse. And I'm just grabbing from my stash and putting it there. Like this bank is my mom, essentially. Or my dad. So just the way that things unfolded and how things were like happening, I am realizing that not only are we in a market that the majority of people are traders, meaning like they don't have a lot of patience. They just like get into something. They want that dopamine hit, and then they want to get out.
Yeah.
That's like a percentage of folks. And right now it's a very large percentage because a lot of people don't have the patience. It's like kind of watching, what would you rather watch, a TikTok or a full movie. You know, a lot of people don't have necessarily the patience to watch a full movie. They would rather do the TikTok because it's quicker, you know?
Right.
So I feel the same thing is happening there, but at the same time, we can't ignore the catalyst. What happened with SNL is free marketing, free publicity. He did not pay for it. They actually probably paid him to be there. And he doesn't care about the money anyway. He's rich as fuck. So he used this as free publicity. He used this vehicle to educate the masses to what crypto is, because a lot of people don't have the full understanding. Even me, for the longest time, I didn't fully quite get it or understood it until like, oh, now he's breaking it down to us dumber people or whatever we believe are dumber. And essentially now the big news of today is that the next SpaceX satellite that's gonna go up, essentially because it was DogeCoin founded. Is going to have like the DogeCoin logo, the whole thing. So it technically is gonna go to the literal moon.
Right.
That's the reason there's been a spike too, because a lot of people were like, all right, SNL is the big thing. And then, oh, but nothing happened and he didn't quite pump it and he blah, 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 and this and that and that. And then there was that big argument. The also thing you have to take into account is that with this Doge thing, there's been scams too. For example, I was watching CoffeeZilla's latest video and it was talking about this one dude that apparently had this exchange. I forgot the name of it, Torak or some, I don't know, some weird name. And essentially, like a lot of people were trading or like trying to get some Doge from there. And this dude is like fleeing the country with like potentially, they were saying, but this is an outrageous number, in my opinion, too, billions of dollars. But then again, he might escape with tons of millions of dollars. That is still a very large, significant amount of money. So because of that, the big, like we saw once the SNL like started, pretty much, it was like the greenest candle you could ever see. We were even talking like, yo, look at this, it's jumping. And then boom. And I think that boom was a combination, of course, of people taking profits, people going like, fuck it, let me get it out. But this one dude and like people like that been like scamming the system, like kind of like, snatching stuff away. But what made it solid for me was that it didn't crash all the way down. Like there are people going like, watch that go back to 3 cents. Watch that go all the way down. And it's like, no, it held pretty well. And now because it's going to be catalyst, like Elon doesn't do things just for the sake of doing it. There's a very strategic plan to all this stuff. I really believe, like now I'm a holder, bro. I'm legit a holder. I haven't sold a single one. And I believe in the mission even more because there's catalysts. The catalysts, you can't see them. And because it's a meme, it's like the ultimate meme coin is Doge. If you can say, what's the ultimate meme coin of like, what's the Bitcoin of meme coins? Is Doge.
Right.
Matter if like they invent 40,000 or whatever, but like it's going to be like that number one is going to be that one. And the community that has formed from that, it's amazing. Like all the people that like talk about it, like I was on some late night chats and they were, bro, I'm talking thousands and thousands of people literally on this chat, talking to each other, encouraging each other. And a lot of these people are not just like regular old folks. No, I'm talking people that are out there doing stuff. Like I'm talking doing it big time. And like top engineers, top entrepreneurs, like top people. I mean, Mark Cuban is talking about it too. And they were talking about how like sports associations, like some of them have begun actually adopting it. And you can now like pay for like tickets to a baseball game in certain places with Doge.
Yeah.
So the more it gets adopted that way. Like I feel like there were other people like thinking Elon was gonna like on SNL go like, oh yeah, we take Doge now to buy a Tesla. Like
Yeah,
that's not the place for that, you know?
yeah, definitely not. I definitely believe it. Like the community is pretty strong. One thing that I've been hearing a lot about, and I've actually looked it up myself, is like you can see which accounts, like it's public, like which accounts own the most Dogecoin, and there's like the top 100 accounts own like I don't know something like half, close to half, all the half of all the Dogecoin out there. So there's like literally an account. The top account has like $36 billion or 20 to $30 billion worth of Dogecoin in its wallet. So it's like some people are saying that, you know, if one of these what they say whales like sells a good amount of their coin, that's when the price will just like tank. So hopefully, those big accounts don't sell large amounts all at once, because that could cause like some drops.
It could for sure, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think the same thing is happening that happened with Bitcoin, you know? That is like the people like myself that had it early on now regret, like go like, oh my God, like what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So I think it's the same thing happening with Doge. Don't get me wrong; it would never be $50,000. It would never be that.
Yeah.
But just the fact that you literally like, there's people literally that just bought in early. Like I heard stories of people that like bought a bunch of them in December,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now they're literally like looking at their account and seeing more money than they ever seen in their lives,
Right.
and they still not selling. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And like to like hear those type of stories are things that like also motivate me. Like, oh my God, there's because that's the thing, when you build a community, it's kind of like the GameStop thing. So
Hmm.
back in the day, I'm talking like if this was years ago, it feels like it's years ago, but it's literally been like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
The whole Wall Street bet thing and whatever, and it became like a huge news piece, and now they're gonna make a movie out of it and all this stuff. So that thing, you know, was happening, and it was the people getting together. And once you make it a movement, like us against them type of thing, it
Yeah.
becomes bigger than name it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not don't get me wrong, of course there's other people on the other side with power and stuff, and they can manipulate and do all these stuff. But now that people saw, okay, this is what happens when you play the stock market this way.
Hmm.
Now let's see. Now people are like, all right, which I told you, regardless, I believe I told you that this was going to happen. That
Yeah.
like that legit people were gonna go like, oh yeah, like okay, so you're not gonna let us do this. We're gonna jump to crypto and see if we can do that. You
Right.
know? And it's just literally a natural progression. I didn't know when it was gonna happen, but I knew it was going to happen. Because
Yeah.
once it happens over here, people are gonna try to poke the bear and try to like see other places where they can get their needs fulfilled. Because like when people want to express themselves in a certain way, no matter what you try to do, you could be the government, you could be this, you could be that, you won't suppress it necessarily. Like there's gonna be, it's too big already. And
Yeah.
that's how I felt also about that. Like when I heard originally about the Doge thing, I was just like, all right, whatever. What's the utility? Because that's how you're geared, like a value investor. You know, you're geared to like, okay, what's the thing of the project? Oh, it's just a meme coin. It's worthless. They can print as many as you want. That's what kind of made me go like, all right, maybe I shouldn't just have my stuff here. It's just like if it's just gonna sit there and do nothing, might as well be a savings account, you know?
Right.
So I took it out, and now I'm like, oh, big mistake, big mistake, big mistake.
So like,
Uh,
how many Dogecoins are you trying to have, or like, what do you think is a good amount to
well,
have? Just to...
right now I have 3K.
Okay.
Um, and I think that's decent enough at this very moment. If it takes like a crazy pullback, then maybe I can load up a little bit more.
Yeah.
But this very moment, especially how the big boards are acting, I'm sticking to what I said last week. Like I'm just gonna have very few players, very few players. I'm literally gonna have the almost the same amount you can have in a basketball court. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
how many 10 people with the referees, 12 maybe. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the amount of time I can dedicate to tickers, whether it's crypto, whether it's big board OTC. Like I really I spread myself too thin, chasing too many runners. And
Right.
all day, if you go FinTwit, if you go online, if you go to Discord, if you go to Reddit, if you go here, you go that, you're gonna hear 1,000 people saying this one, that one, this one, that one, this one, that one.
Yeah.
And you gotta really decide when does that stop for you. Because if not, it's going to become your job. It's going to become what you do every day. And to me personally, I love it. It's great. It's an incredible tool of making money. I will continue to invest for the rest of my life, but it is not my job.
Yeah.
Like I'm very passionate about other things that I'm pursuing and doing, and digital businesses that I'm creating, and I also want to build a life, in the near future with someone or someones. I don't know. Yeah, I still haven't properly defined if I want to be with one person or with multiple people. I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah, but like all that takes time, and that's the most precious and most valuable thing you have, and you have to like really put like when enough is enough. And that's been like the question that I've been like pondering a lot with my own existence as of late, because I'm like, yo, with these other ventures that if I just put my energy just on my ventures, I'm gonna be extremely successful, like like beyond belief successful. But I've been juggling with that whole like, oh, let's move it over here, let's put it over here, the whole
Chasing the
as
shiny object.
yeah,
Yeah.
chasing those shiny objects, bro. And yeah, and it's also been because of the market we're in. We're unfortunately on a bear market. It is what it is. Um, and yeah, everybody's a genius in a bull market. Last year, you can put your money on anything and you can make money.
Right.
This year, you gotta be a little bit more careful. Because you put it on something that you think is gonna run or is running, and then that's when the rug gets pulled under you.
Yeah. Yeah. I just recently kind of narrowed down my bigger stocks. So hopefully this upcoming week or the next one, I'll kind of get my OTC organized and then organize my crypto. But with the crypto, I've been kind of like, ever since Dogecoin like took off, I started getting interested in these these other meme coins or these other tokens, and yeah, bro,
Call it
it's
what
like
you call it what you texted me. They're called.
shit coins, those shit coins, bro. I don't know what happened with my life.
Oh, you went dark.
I went dark. Um,
The
yeah,
cops got it.
uh, with these shit coins. So some of them, whatever because it reminds me of 2017. Similar thing happened.
Mhm.
Cryptos were going up. Everybody started creating these other coins, and like people made a lot of money, but then people lost a lot of money because when
Mhm.
the end of the crypto season happened, like everything just tanked. So
Yeah, man. That's the only thing I read. That's why I'm like, if it wasn't so difficult, the whole like swapping and this and that and blah 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 blah, I would be doing it. But at the same time, you have to be on these ones
yeah,
because it's cool to see them go up, of course, like the stonks, back in the day when they went up, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's good to see them up, but these get pulled fast, man. They can
yeah,
get pulled at 2 in the morning when you're sleeping. Like it's literally when you least expect it. You could be hella up one day, and the next day everything crashed. And those are like the swings that, bro, I've had a volatile ride with Tesla stock. You know what I'm saying? I've been
Yeah.
protecting that. There's many times I thought about selling and I still haven't sold, and still with that, I can handle that volatility. But the volatility that comes from, like, especially all these crypto altcoins, sometimes I'm like, that might be too much for me, man. Maybe if I
Yeah.
just put like, literally like very speculative money, like $20, that literally I don't care about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Like for me, it was like in those kind of coins. So I have two different accounts because I figured out how to do the swap shit. Like there's two different ones that I do. There's Pancake Swap, there's Uniswap, and Uniswap's got like crazy fees. So you gotta pay like anywhere from
that's
30.
that's the other thing. You gotta like learn about all these fees. You put
Yeah.
it in, and then you have to leave it to a certain amount. And then if you take it out, it's like less. I guess, bro, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
why do I have to learn all this stuff right now?
yeah, and then some people can't get their money out or whatever. Like they invested in some coin and there's no liquidity, so they can't sell because not enough people are trading it.
I heard, bro. I mean, this. I don't know the guy. I literally heard this on a room that I was online. But like I heard about a dude that had like crazy amounts of money. Like I'm talking about, I don't know, maybe like 20 to 30 million dollars, something like that.
Yeah,
And he put it on some coin, bro. And then he couldn't pull his money out. Like it was saying, like he generated like a gang of money, right? And the caveat was that he can only take 5,000 out a week. So tell me how this dude that put millions of dollars, made millions upon millions on top of that, now can only take his money out $5,000 every freaking week until
yeah,
he's gonna be years and years upon years just trying to take his money out.
to get his original back. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, man. That's why you really can't play with these like with money you don't, with money you actually care about. You know,
yeah.
like you really can't. And honestly, the best thing to do is if you are gonna do it, is to put in your 100, $200. Say, hey, I'm
Mhm.
going. This is like lotto to me. This is like lotto. I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to the casino, and that's how you gotta think about it. You know,
Yeah.
because like I put in $100 and that shit turned into $19 like the next day. You know, and then
Uh,
I put in $100 and it didn't do anything. And then I put in $100 and it went up to 1,200. And then the next day it went back down to 100. So like I've seen it all right now. Yesterday I was in one, so I put in $250, right? Or no, it was like closer. It was less than 250. It was like 230. It turned into 3,000 something, like 30, almost 4,000. It turned into like 3,800. And now it dropped down before I got on the call. It was at like 2,300. So it's been jumping around. But like with that money, I'm just kind of like, yo, that's like YOLO. Like it's like I kind of believe in the actual coin. Like I can, if they say what they're supposed to be doing, like I can see it
at,
going
at
up.
the end of the day, that's the thing with all these coins too. Is like they're not like they the thing they're saying they're gonna do. It's not like they're doing it right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be down the line.
It will be down, down, down the line. So right now it's really a flip.
Yeah,
If you think about it, because you don't want to be holding that shit by next year.
yeah, exactly. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably take out my original, like my original 200, so that um so
Just gain.
yeah, it's just is that I'm just riding on gain. So if it goes to zero, it's like I didn't really lose anything, but if it goes up, then I'm winning. So that's how
You
you
need
got to with
you need to
these.
give me like a course on like how to do all this stuff or whatever. But literally, it will be with speculative money that I would do it, because there's no way. Like, it doesn't matter how good the deal is. Doesn't matter how like 30,000 people might tell me, "Yo, this is the one. This is the one." I do not trust it.
Yeah, man. It's you gotta watch out because there's a lot of scams. There's a lot of what they call rug pull. It's like, you put in your money and then the developers or whatever, they just pull the
Bro,
plug.
hearing, because that's one that like everybody's talking about or whatever. Just hearing the concept of Safe Moon,
Yeah.
I'm like, no. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, really,
it's
really
yeah. Go
what
ahead.
it is, those coins is like, it's kind of reminds me of an MLM, you know? all these YouTubers, like they're promoting these coins, and like,
Oh my god, it's so
they got
true.
in hella early, so they put in $100,
Oh
and
yeah, they're front loading like crazy. They're like,
they
oh
get
yeah,
like,
put it
you know,
here.
you put in $100, you get like,
And
200,
that's the
300
thing.
million
And that's the
coins.
thing. That's how that one started too.
Yeah,
Because that's the first time I heard about it was, yo, there's this one that YouTubers are pushing.
yeah,
So I'm like, you don't think they're not already in? You don't think they
yeah.
probably
No, they're 100%.
actually, this is another thing that I discovered. Almost anybody can pretty much make their own coin, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
You can.
and once you make it, like there's this one dude, right, that he made one, he messed up on a couple things, and now he can make one in like less than 20 minutes, bro. He legit can just like give some away too. So if
Yeah,
I make one, I can give you a bunch, you and a bunch for me.
yeah,
And then the hard part, and I put down quotations because some people just have the cloud already or whatever it is. The hard part is pumping it. Is literally telling people, yo, get in, yo, buy.
yeah, yeah. You really gotta like, if you are gonna buy these, like you go in with, it's speculation, it's a gamble, and second is, you should probably believe in their story, like what they're trying to accomplish or what they say they're trying to accomplish. That way, if it does fail, that you're just, you know I would say, as soon as you like double up, or you know can get your original money out, get it out, and then just ride on the rest, because you know I've seen it, bro.
I think you nailed it on the head with that. Like you literally gave any newbie, that's literally what I would tell them. I'm like, follow the story. The story is the most important thing. Like from the
Yeah,
genesis, where did it start, to like how did it get to where is it now?
yeah,
And definitely in the crazy world that's crypto, if it's not something like a Bitcoin or something like that, that's slightly more secure. It's not necessarily super secure. It's just slightly more secure because it's been proven. It's been more a blue chipper, I guess.
yeah.
Take off your original investment.
Yep.
Especially if you're up. If you're up, just take it out just to be
Get
safe.
in.
Put it somewhere else. Divide it into two other ones, whatever it is. But the whole point is like, let's stack up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like there's people, I'm in some different chats, and like there's people that, within like 3 months they made like 300K off of just like,
Bro. Yeah,
like
bro. There's
off
so
like a
there's
couple.
so many there's so many people online, bro. So many people online that
Yeah,
if you just compare yourself to them, it makes you look like a freaking idiot, bro.
yeah,
Like, because that's how I felt many times. But I realized like everybody's on their own journey at the end of the day. Like
yeah,
I've learned about, because it's like today I was on my way here. I was listening to Kendrick Lamar's "To Pimp a Butterfly," and there's a line by Dr. Dre saying like anybody can get it. The hard part is keeping it, motherfucker. And
yeah,
bro, there's people out here that hit the lotto and they're like, yeah, and they're probably buying cars and like doing all this stuff
yeah,
without realizing like the consequences of it all, or like how to properly do certain things, or like you have to pay taxes, like et cetera, et cetera. Like there's so many things that like people are like just clueless about, especially when they get quote unquote new money. You know, there's so many rules to the game that some people are like unaware about because they never ever made money in their life before.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Like one of these coins, bro. I'm sitting on like 150 million of the coins. like if you do the math, bro, if that shit even hits a penny, like is insane. Is insane money. But you know, it's like that's if I'll even be able to pull my money out. You know,
Yeah,
because it's like yes, you gotta
that's
believe in.
why that's why I prefer my OTCs. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. So it's like you gotta believe in it. You're taking a gamble, and say it does go up, you know, and you got like you see the account, and it's like, damn, I got X amount of money in there. Then it's like, okay, can you even take it out?
Yeah,
Or they're
that
gonna
would be
give you that
that would be the first test that I would tell everybody. I told a homegirl on Twitter. Um, she was I was like, how safe is that safe mode? And she's like, I'm up to 100%. And I'm like, can you take it out though? And she's like, you scared me. Like she tried to take it out, whatever, and she was able to. But still, what I was saying is there's also penalties and stuff. Like I heard like they take 50%. Like there's so many weird rules, and you just gotta be aware of everything. Because many times in our lives, many times, and I see this in all sorts of businesses, whether you're becoming a doctor, to you're becoming an actor, to you're becoming a rental house flipper stuff, real estate, everybody, like there's so many people that they put themselves in a position where they almost don't fully evaluate or see the whole picture of everything. And sometimes they get shoved contracts and things on their face and they sign it blindly without realizing the repercussions of that.
Right.
And that's the same thing with any bank account. That's the same thing with any cryptocurrency, with any stock, with any et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like you need to be as well informed as possible. You know,
Exactly.
you can't just rely on just an alert from someone because that person, you don't know that person's motives. Like you gotta like fully dissect what is it that you're literally putting your capital on, your energy, because that's what it is. It's like whether you actually traded your time for money or whatever it is, like it's energy right there in like digital numbers or pieces of paper, and you're using that to compound your wealth. So you don't want to put it in things that are going to retrace that financial freedom for you.
Exactly. Yeah, bro. Yeah, you said it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm just riding like I'm just riding the wave. I'm treating it as the casino money.
There you go. So to conclude, you are completely out of Doge, or you just took some out?
No, I took some out.
Oh,
It wouldn't let me buy on the dip because I sold around 60 cents. I sold around 60 cents because I was like, I saw that crazy candle and I was like, yeah, I don't know. That seems like pretty good. And then like all of a sudden it started dropping and I was like, oh shit.
it's so crazy how emotionless I am.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I was like, what's the worst that can happen? That I go back to my initial investment?
yeah.
Or I lose a little bit of money. Regardless, what I have there is literally play money.
Yeah. 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 Like the money I have in Doge right now is play money too.
And
But
I have like $2,000 on it.
yeah, like for me, I like at some point it's gonna dip. Like it doesn't matter whether it's like maybe it doesn't dip now. Like maybe it goes to $1, maybe $1.50, something like that. But at some point it will.
It will, but I really don't believe we're ever going to see like 10 cents again.
I don't know, bro. Like Bitcoin in 2017, dude. That's when I was buying started buying cryptos, and just to see Bitcoin from like 20 to 3,000.
But here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Elon, Mark Cuban, now a community. SNL live did the live stream last night. It takes time for everybody to catch on. So you got to give it a couple more days. The media this week, you best believe they're going to be talking about it.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, hey, it could go up before it goes down. That's what I'm saying. But I just seen like the cycle. Like I've seen the 2017 cycle, and it took 2 to 3 years for it to fully recover. And that wasn't just Bitcoin. That was everything. That was Litecoin. That was XRP, bro. Like that was.
I would say like the only way I see it like really crashing down will be Bitcoin crash down, because without a shadow of a doubt, like the one that everything follows is Bitcoin. If that tumbles, everything takes a tumble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. I've been trying to see what like the smart people say, but the people who have really been in crypto, because like I did some crypto in 2017, but I don't know shit about it. But like people who really been doing it, and they all say the same thing. They say, hey, this thing is like a cycle, kind of like the stock market. It's like bullish and bearish. Go into like a bullish market, everything's going up, everybody's happy as hell, and then when you hit the bearish market, like stock market right now, nothing's been happening. Like at least I'm in, like it's still kind of up from where
I'm like, whoa! Like now that I like really think about it, I'm like, I should have taken that signal of January. Like January was the signal, because there were so many people selling Tesla stock. That's caused the price to like really go down. And then once we started going through the frenzy of the GameStop and the AMC and the this and like the rallies, I should have sort of taken those hints as like the market is frenzy right now. It's like out of control. People are just gonna try to look for a place to hide and to like be safe.
Yeah.
But like it's a war zone right now.
Yeah, man. Like I 100% believe in it, and like the power of the community. I just think that like I'm on the side of like whatever I have in there, I don't care if it goes to zero, but and if it dips below like 45 cents again, I'll try and buy more.
For me it has to dip more than 40 cents.
Yeah, if it's going to 45, for sure. If it goes to like 30 or 20 cents, I'll be buying.
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat. Bro, anything below 40 cents.
Yeah.
If I see it, I'm gonna get it.
But
what I have is good. Like what I have right now is good.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. The only thing that I complain is not holding it longer. I'm like,
Exactly, bro. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man.
We'll see what happens. Anywho, how can people find you, George?
Yeah, just check me out, Instagram _George Asmar. I'm over there.
There you go. And I'm at Comedian Retired. Don't forget that stunks only go up unless you're in a bear market like we are right now. And we'll catch you in the next one. Take care and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.